video I want to show to you how I will rescue this oncidium orchid. It is an oncidium type actually, and the blooms are amazing. They are very beautiful. Unfortunately for me, most probably I will have to cut off the spike. This will fade away anyway quite quickly because the orchid, it is very dehydrated. The old pseudobulb is super wrinkly. These roots are very mushy. I hope you can see the moisture, and all of them are like that. This is a division from a bigger orchid, as we can see here, unfortunately. And here we have a new growth, and actually all my hope stays in this new growth, because here at the base, I hope you can see, come on, focus. Here at the base we have a little root nubbin. This is very incipient. This is a very small one, but we have high hopes for her. So what I will first do to save this orchid, it is to spray it with hydrogen peroxide 3%. This is because I want to kill all the snail eggs that may be on this orchid. I will spray in between the pseudobulbs, and also if the orchid has any sort of fungus on the root system, this will kill it too. So it is a very good practice in my opinion. My hope actually stays in the new growth that is able to produce roots at this size, and in this little aerial root, which can still function. It doesn't function very well, but I will do my best to remember to actually spray it with water once or maybe 2-3 times a day, let's say, because it can absorb some moisture, and that can help a lot the orchid. Now because the orchid is so sick, what I will actually do, it is to cut off the spike. Now I don't really have right now my scissors, so I will have to bring them. Hold on. And I have actually flamed very well these scissors because I want them to be sterile. Now, as I was saying, I don't think these blooms would last for a lot of time, because if okay, they are still hot. If you can see on the blooms, the little cap that protects the pollen from falling off, it has fallen off. It is a white little cap, and this is the pollen, and a lot of the I'm not in focus, sorry. So here was supposed to be a little cap, like it is this one here. This didn't yet fallen off, but from this bloom it has, and from this one too, so we have 1, 2, 3 blooms with the little cap, which will survive a little bit more, and 3 without it. But anyway, the blooms are super pretty, and I really want to save the orchid. So when we have such a bad case, we will cut off the spike, although it is one of the most heartbreaking things we can do in the orchid hobby. And I will put this little spike in some water with a little bit of fertilizer, and I will actually put some it is a peel that conserves the blooms, but I don't remember right now how it is called in English, so I might try to put it on the screen, or maybe you will remind me in the comment section below. Anyway, it might actually be that this orchid also has fusarium, but to be quite honest, I'm not really sure. I want to find out that right now. It might be a little bit weird for you, but I really like this orchid, and I don't want my heart to be break. And we can see that the roots are dead. The velamin is coming off so easily from the roots, and right now it is pointless to keep them. I was trying to see maybe if a little bit of it is still alive, but it really seems that all the root it is dead, so I will just cut it very gently. And I will continue to do that because if I have even half a centimeter of a root alive, I will keep it, because, or if the velamin is still green, I might decide to keep it. But this is dead too, and this is so sad because this orchid is super pretty. It really deserves every bit of attention from my side. So this is dead too. The only root which is alive, it is this one, and this is an aerial root. I would be able to easily bend it down into the medium, but that would be very bad because it would most probably kill itself in the medium. It is adjusted to the air, so we don't want to submerge it in medium. What I will do, it is to expose as best as I can this new growth, because I want her to stay in inside the medium. So I will try to spray it once more with hydrogen peroxide to sterilize the wound that I have just made by ripping off the leaf, like that. And I hope this will be enough. Now I will let it fizz for about 5 minutes, and I will return when I'm done. Actually, I planned initially to pot this orchid in semi-hydro, but right now I think that would be useless because this orchid doesn't have any roots. I hoped that these roots, at least a piece of them, would be alive, so I could put it in semi-hydro. But right now, semi-hydro, it is not the best way to save this orchid, and that means I will actually choose sphagnum moss to pot it, and I will use this little pot she was in. I will try to spray it too with hydrogen peroxide because the orchid stayed inside it before I spray the orchid with hydrogen peroxide, so we want to kill any pathogens. That would be enough. And now I will take some moist moss from here. Let me bring you a bit closer, like so, and I will put it there as loose as possible. Okay guys, I am really sorry, but my camera got discharged, so right now I will finish up the video with my phone. I hope you are okay with that. So I finish up by ripping off completely the leaf that was surrounding the little new growth, because I want its base to stay in the moss, like so. And now I will add a bit more medium around. This is a very good quality moss, so yeah, this will promote root growth, and the moss also has some amino acids and tannins that are promoting the root growth, so it's a bit hard with one hand, but this is basically what I will do. I will just lay it there, and when I will see the roots are about let's say 5 centimeters in length, each root, and maybe 10 centimeters of roots in length in total, I will repot it into semi-hydro. But for now this will stay like that. I don't consider semi-hydro to be a great way of trying to rescue orchids that are very, very sick and dehydrated, because the top of the medium, it stays dry, and it is normal to do so. And depending on the orchid, you can put it in semi-hydro and put some moss on top, or you can choose to put it directly in moss. If the orchid is super, super sick, like is this one, it has very little energy. I will put it as I did directly in moss, and when it will have enough roots, it will go into semi-hydro, because that is what I like to do. I will actually place the stake here, because from now on the stakes that are coming with the orchids, I will actually put the stake here, because from now on the stakes that are coming with the orchids will go into their pots. I won't reuse them. They carry out diseases, so I prefer that each orchid has its own stake, even though they are not in bloom at the moment. So I will do that. And I will try to stabilize the orchid inside the pot with this little clip, like so. This will make the orchid stay a lot more stable inside the pot, and that will encourage more root growth. So alright guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I will be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all next time. Bye!